All right. Well, we had a huge sell-off overnight, down to the 120s almost. Let's see. $128.40. Will it be more selling off? Bro, we got a big sell-off on nvda overnight. Let's see. Oh, everything sold off. 128.40 is the high today. Well, we had a big sell-off overnight. We passed all my dang 30-minute. Bro, we haven't been this low on nvda. 114 is the next, basically no, wait. 120. Bro, we ain't been this low on nvda in a minute. Take some of these, move them around a little bit. 114. Okay. We ain't been this low in a while, man. One 123. We passed up everything. Just sitting back. 10 minutes in, I am late. So I gotta be really, really, really careful. Cause we're in the 120s now, bro. We are in the 120s. Big huge sell-off on NVIDIA, bro. Big huge sell-off overnight. In pre-market, I mean. Big huge sell-off. This whole market selling off. Dang. Well, whoever had puts overnight. Whoa. Can we get 100s on the video again? 123.65. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my hands on this just to see what's gonna happen. I'm very surprised by this big sell-off that happened overnight. Something happened. See, that's why I hate getting up late, bro. I gotta figure out something happened for the market to sell off like it did in pre-market. Wow. Sandy FM, I appreciate you for coming, but you don't have to disrespect the chat. I'm not a kid. I'm an old man. So you don't have to disrespect the chat. I know you're a kid, so we got to be more respect. Kids got to be more respectful to the adults in 2025 and beyond. So please be respectful. Let's see. Uh, yeah, I'm just sitting on my hand. Okay, China's deep seek. I don't know what deep seek is. Well, deep seek. That's what crashed this market. Something has to do with AI and China. Deep seek. I guess I do a little research on deep seek, see what that is. Not right now, but A little later. Deep sea.
For Apple. So hopefully downside. Short now 92 on Apple. We're bidding some 80s. It just fell into there. We'll see if we can take out a piece. And then after that, down into the 50s and there into the 70s. There it is. Neil, we're doing it again, hopefully for a minute here. If we can get this going on Apple. Let's get back to the downside as nvda right now goes up. So far, so good here as we just watch out. That's a huge move up there for nvda. Let's take responsibility and get some out right there. And let's also put our name on this trade and bang it out for you guys on Apple right there. Take some more out in the 50s as here comes Apple pulling back just a little bit, putting us green in that name, hugely green in nvda. And so far, so good here on the day. I hope we're going to hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're doing it every day.
Yeah, we'll go to it there in a little second, but we just made a trend reverse here on NVIDIA. So we pull back off 128, bounced off 125. VWAP is a little bit far away. I want to be long back into the higher low. We're waiting for it to make a higher low. You've made the higher low now on NVIDIA. So we're going to play this one in front of 125. Do the reload just above that level, which is pretty much the price that we have. Actually, long 124.87. Bitcoin's holding out pretty well, and HOLO we did not get filled yet in HOLO, but that it's still holding on to VWAP. I don't think the change in plan is warranted just yet. The last thing that I want to look at here before we go to Adair is Tesla. This 400 level over under multiple times. 402 was turned into resistance. You're seeing a bit of a chop up zone here on Tesla. I feel like if they can take out 402 quarters, this one should absolutely rock it. It's doing better than the NASDAQ and still has a little bit of that gap to fill into 405 for TSLA. Are we ready for it there?
A couple things moving here. Keep an eye on HWH. This is a penny stock. Apparently on Friday evening, they announced they regained NASDAQ compliance. Clearly not with regards to the $1 listing rule, but with another rule that has to do here with the amount of net income and the equity for shareholders. So HWH here does have a 20.5% short flow. Keep an eye on this one because it's a penny stock. Also, PFE on watch here. Just CNBC reporting that the company will now no longer pay for proxy fight from Starboard. So PFE potentially clear here for the proxy fight as reported by CNBC.
Well, way below the VWAP.
Right, yeah, good job there. All right, so thank you there for all that. As I said, man, there's more markets than just tech markets, and we're going to look at them all for you as they start popping. So again, out of Apple there, but we still have a piece on it. If it breaks the high, then we are out, and it will put us right back to where we were. It basically flatten it out almost. It basically flatten out this
123.
so that we're not making any money right now on Apple.
I'm starting to think that, well, what a bounce.
I know Neil talks about this a lot.
I
try to talk about it a lot.
It's looking like we want to get a bounce.
Okay, like what stock are we down on? Like I'm up literally 15x right now on NVIDIA, what I'm down on Apple, right? I mean, this is kind of the stuff that like we're trying to do. And it's trying to feed into the right names at the right time.
128.40.
And that's really been such a huge game changer and again, sticking with the names that mean something to you. I said it earlier on today, like this is why I just came in and I didn't even really look too into anything. I just was like, okay, NVIDIA, I know that's going to be a stock that I'm looking at and it has to be on the radar regardless of what percent it's up or down. We just got to find levels and we got to pick them because we've been nailing NVIDIA and Tesla and many of these big cap tech names. This was what we've been doing. But despite the news and despite all this FUD and everything like that, there's, you're going to have to go with some of the levels that you believe in. And here it goes, man. We did it with NVIDIA and we put on the shares to make it something. So it's a good trade today. We've only been into Apple and NVIDIA. I do want to get into some more. You mentioned buying some ARM this morning. Again, we talked about Oracle. There's been some good
resistance here. Resistance.
150. I mean, we like that.
Resistance.
160 the other day on that strength of Stargate, and then right here as well. Yeah, had that dip by opportunity into that big as well as 167. Now right up to 170 and change it back inside again. So yes, I don't know. We're gonna get some more out of NVIDIA here on 127.50, and then just see what this recovery really looks like.
No, we are above the VWAP.
A little bit here in the market. So hey, man.
We are above the VWAP.
It's better than 1.7% like we were earlier on. So it's a nice move upside up now. Recovery day here for the market. And those that try to spread these, like, is the death of AI. Obviously, right now, NVIDIA down 11%. If you believe in it, there's obviously people trying to buy it, but it's not like it's surviving right now. Like still down 11%. And what's a top stock?
Well, you also have to keep in mind, excuse me, that big green candle you see at the open on NVIDIA, that's in the face of, I guarantee, a lot of market on open triggered sells from stop orders that triggered when they lost a bunch of overnight levels. So not everybody has stop orders that would be able to trigger in the pre-market and everyone with different brokers, all that good stuff. So IBIT's now gone. It's through the high of the high of the day. I think VWAP is always going to be a bit of a moving target, but I don't want to get buried to the notion of VWAP. I've canceled the orders off VWAP on IBIT. If we're going to stair step to the upside, next available pullback. I don't want to be buying any highs here. I'd rather be looking for the dip buys. If that's the plan of action, if we're able to
good dip on NVIDIA.
If we're able to grab it here,
down 11%. That's crazy.
125 half here, or we can hold on to VWAP. There's actually a chance that this could hold on to VWAP. We'll give it a little bit of a heartbeat to try to do that. Remember, it's short sell restricted, so the bounces can be frenzied to the upside. And then Apple doesn't want to see the pullback.
Down 11%.
It's just a moving target here.
Me, no trades yet.
I think as long as it holds this up,
no day trades yet.
Pop this in.
Market been over 20 minutes.
Really gonna hold these dip buys and continue to go.
Just trying to wait, be patient.
Right here, hold that trend line. Might just start scalping off of this trend line.
As we coming up on the VWAP, we rejected.
Accelerated it to the downside, like the stronger NVIDIA again.
Got rejected right here, resistance.
On HOLO. Maybe it needs a pullback deeper on NVIDIA, and then this will pop into VWAP to get us filled. Let's go with Eric.
Keep an eye on WBA. If you recall here back in early December, there were reports that the company was in talks to be taken private by Sycamore. Now we actually have David Faber of CNBC saying the company Sycamore's deal is quote mostly dead. So reports here of the end of that Sycamore deal, maybe WBA to fall to the downside.
We'll have to watch out again for that. It's SMR. I'm still trying to get into Apple short. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. I did not buy that.
Fighting these EMAs at this point.
6K. So we just, we did not get that fill. I thought we got a fill. Okay, there we go. Now we get the fill at 127. So there we go. We got arrows in. So we're still exactly at that same spot we were when we got all excited because NVIDIA is not really doing too much more than it already was doing. We weren't able to reload it at all. And then we just got in and out with Apple. So we're at the same spot we were at all day when we were saying it's going to be a record day. So again, all that action right off the first 5 minutes for me anyways. And I know you took a shot there at Tesla. Other than that, I think we're just kind of, looking at some of the same names that we've been on there all day. Uber with a real nice move back, man. Wow, Uber, yes. Really happy with that play. So again, Uber not even close to being down with the market, which is nice considering a tech name, so so to speak, I guess. Nice move up there. They're going to be using some AI, I hope, and up to 68.40. Again, cheaper AI might be good for Uber, but nice move up. We're going to still walk away to see it's right there. This is why this came on my alert as it hits the 200 period moving average right now for Uber, 68 and change, and looking to extend upside right now is UBR. So that could be a good break side there as well, breaking now overview off down to $68. Good move there for Uber. Coinbase is probably just humming along. You back up to the upside, 286.
Let's get on up there.
But again, nice bottom there. STR is going on. MSTR. I was looking because crypto now 102. Well, Bitcoin going to go. I don't always put money in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just not moving. And back to the downside. Like Bitcoin just continues to go higher. There hasn't been much of a dip here with this. But look at it. At the end of the day, like once it does any kind of a reversion off that top, that's what I want to work back to. I just went over and looked at what was going on with some of the Chinese ADRs because the flip side of this trade, right? Alibaba, which was gapped up, is now down. But just catching strays all over the place. And for anyone that's looking, I'm pretty sure it got mentioned by Brendan. Data is not falling because there's an unsolicited offer to buy the stock in $2. This might actually, it's doing pretty good volume. It might be tradable. You probably see me in and out of this on VWAP.
But I'm not expecting a lot of volatility in the nvda, and don't expect it to follow the other Chinese names. They could drop another 5%, so it'll probably hold up because it has an offer on it and going to be good volume. Let's go to Adara.
You were up Nova Northeast here. There's going to fight on Friday and see some positive weight loss.
127.50 is right around the resistance. Real slow day. It's deep. Seek. Never heard of that before. Gotta figure out what it is as we try to move back on up. We gotta get past 127.50.
break long. You know, holding the 200 period moving average, giving a dollar back down to 75.
We gotta get above 127.70. But it's moving so slow.
Right. I mean, there's been lots of stock that have broken through some of their highs. Palantir not being one of them. So, you know, still down percentage points. Could be a decent buy opportunity there through $76 on PLTR. The only problem there is like we're
Just moving so slow.
Period. So that's $1. So that's just a pretty hefty
All right, for real.
To carry there, especially with the market still being down and this nice rally. What I mean by that is like we could break this 76 and then flush into that area.
Bounce off this trend line, can it?
Temper it with shares.
That's what we're looking at right now.
Maybe 30% or so of what we may do normally here on that spot. We did get more out of nvda, but only at 127. It went to 127.50, so that could have been another play for us upside there on nvda. And if it comes up to 127.50, I'm going to get another piece out. But all right, so Palantir's getting ready to go through 76. I think we're going to try it.
Yeah, I mean, I've just broke another high there, and it seems like there's just no stopping Bitcoin as we speak. Tesla just broke. Let's type in AAL.
Back to 127.
AAL is also up in case anyone cares. But Apple.
But man, we moving just so slow.
Potentially, so that trend that it's been holding, that just broke trend. We're looking to see if it would hold the trend line. It's now broken trend.
It's so slow.
It's going to stay in the purview, at least for myself. The other thing that I'm tracking is there has not been a red candle on the 3-minute for IBIT, but we just wicked the high. So this could be the pullback potentially that we've been looking.
All right, there go. Keep going. There go. Keep going.
Just play it off of there go 57.70. I think that's going to make some sense. Nvidia just doesn't even want to get to 125. It doesn't seem. So we're looking for VWAP here on Apple, but Nvidia at this point, you got yourself a nice wedge to the upside. I guess we have to look at the VWAP buy. We're not getting these 125s, that higher low that we wanted to play off of. It looks like Apple's going to get to VWAP before Nvidia gets to 125 at this point.
All right, so we did exactly what we said we were going to do again. So let's hit bang. When your plan comes to, and works, this is what's supposed to happen. So there goes 127.50, another out for us right there. So we'll props it up to all of us today. Big day alert here on the show. So hopefully you guys can see that and you're trading it with us. And Palantir, an idea we're going to try. There it goes. Did it break? I don't know. It says 205s. We're long now at 01s here on Palantir. And again, we'll take a smaller position. We'll see if we get something out in the teens if it does rip up. And then, so before I took this break, I actually also put a bid down here thinking
trying to get above the 27.50,
come back in
27.70 area.
I want to take
127.70.
start to go. So I don't know. Part of me is thinking like now that we're trying to run out of steam, like it didn't go basically, right? So where could the pullback be? Yeah, I mean, I still want to see this 200 period. I still want to. Okay, whatever. That's 75. So 74.80s. So we still want to dip by this name. So I'm still down here. I put a bid down just ahead of this 200 period, but I'm a little nervous that we're not taking out this top as aggressively as sort of we had hoped. But hey, if you're nervous about it, there it is right now. It's 10 cents, 15 cents in the money. So take it out if so be. So we will take out a little bit there for a 20-cent winner. I can't believe you're just looking at downside there as Palantir just wants upside. So nice trade there for us as we put on, just a. So that was not too bad right there. No, Kathy, we'll take your call afterwards. We got to deal with the people right now. There it comes, nice move upside into 21s and 30s now for PLTR. So far so good. Smooth sailing upside. 76.20s was where we just stopped for Palantir. Let's put an offer right here, breaking 20. See if you can get a 20-cent winner on this one. There it is, 21s, and just start to stack it up there. So that was for you there, Darryl. We just got out at 21.
Do something for me. She loves a 21. It's just a line or a number on a chart, but it's always more sweet when it does hit for you. Just one more look for you here. Holo. If it gets to VWAP, bit of a change of plan of action. I'm willing to short VWAP, like I said before, but you have a nice trend from the high. If it fails 210, then I want to look to short it right in here at the $2 level. So let's see this.
We're currently in the we are on the uptrend, but we're also inside of the channel. Right around VWAP
into VWAP
of 126.15.
We are getting new home sales in the peak side. Not that I
support, and right around 127.70 is resistance. We're just sitting here.
Home sales numbers in a couple seconds. We are expecting here 675,000 homes, actually higher than expected. I'm seeing 698,000 homes for the month of December versus 675,000 expected. Again, that is new home sales. As expected here, with it being higher than expected, new home sales peaks on a monthly basis. So 3.6% versus percent expected. Just been quite the day here for the markets. Is continuing its upward trajectory after falling viciously gapping down here. Also concerned about
just sitting in the middle.
Power companies, nvda gap down on this Palantir, one of these other AI thinkers. But if you ignore DC for just a second, one of the biggest themes of this week is going to be without a doubt earnings season 4 of the 7 Mag 17 reporting this week with 3 market earnings as well. We're discussing SoFi on March here. SoFi gapping down, trying to get a little balance here. They did beat here for EPS and sales for Q4, but they did have a little bit weaker than expected EPS guidance for the quarter and for the fiscal year. Then we also have here TNT, unlike SoFi, actually gapping up and doing quite nicely. It's lost at $24 level a little bit, beating on EPS, beating on sales, and actually saying their net additions to subscribers were higher than expected. So earnings continue to be what you are doing on this long market action and this coverage. Make sure to like and subscribe and
and today moving so slow.
Dare appreciate you. Looks like SoFi's not doing a heck of a lot.
For real. On Money Monday, moving so slow.
Apple lost VWAP, so we took 1 point. There is the bounce off VWAP on the 3-minute. It took
that big dump was crucial from almost basically 150 down to basically 122 overnight. That was crucial. Let's get back to the 1 minute.
This was a lack of liquidity.
We got a long way to go to get back up here to this 127.70 area.
If it does lose 25, you could see 23, 24. You want to carry one long into what I think should be a secondary play. But I don't mind getting back in VWAP.
We're trying to get back above the EMAs.
Jump right back into it. It's Polo that I want to try to play into still. Is it broke the trend, but still consolidating under the 210 level. So this is the key bar. If we close this bar without
no trades for me so far.
Looking for the short and Polo. Essentially right to here. We did have to pay for locates on HOLO.
No trades.
Really changed on video holding things.
Market been open for 30 minutes.
So not much changed. What's up next? Yeah.
Besides that big sell off in pre-market.
But there it is, man. 76.50. Another one.
Really nothing is going on. It's just been really, really slow.
We actually even discussed this trade with all of you. Now the problem with me is, I mean, again, it's not wrong. We've got 99 of them today trading. Like I go, this is the best day for me all month so far.
Yeah, basically been really, really slow.
So it's just like this name popped up there, and then we were sort of
leaning towards going short,
going long into some of these plays today, and what that's meant for the market. I mean, it's been a long day.
That's what I'm leaning towards right now.
I'm going to talk about I want to get, I'm going to get
going short.
It's just trying to get out now as the market was down 4%.
See if we're going to get below this VWAP.
It's not, we have earnings, big earnings coming through. I mean, I think you get some overextension. Like, look, like we just got.
But we're just moving so slow, man. Just
right there.
Besides this big green candle. Like we just moving really slow.
20s. So out in 20s, out some 40s and some 50s there. As I was just talking about trying to get a little bit lighter, maybe in these names, and it trips right into VWAP. We're getting out of this range 125. So, or sorry, 126. So here it comes right back into it. We'll give it a little bit of room past that. But NVIDIA falling like a rock right now into those levels, which means to me, let's get some more out of Palantir, which we just did. And let's see here if NVIDIA does hold. Right now, it's not looking like it. We're still up on the name. Obviously, we're not going to be getting too much back there. But there it goes. It does flush back. We give back 3% of what we made on NVIDIA on that play rate.
They're looking for the more flush.
NVIDIA as it does break through 126. And then just because we're getting a little nervous, they're like, if we lose NVIDIA, right, what does that mean for some of these other names? There we go. Getting some more out here on Palantir, canceling everything, looking to get out if Palantir breaks like too much where we're in right now, 76 and change. We can always just regroup. And then just say maybe we had seen a top. All right, one more piece out of NVIDIA. Oh, sorry, out of Palantir at 20s, and then we'll work from there.
For the flush.
And we're able to talk through that, get out of some of these positions, and really just ease back a little bit. Keep Palantir well in the frame. We only now have 10% left, though. I'm sorry, 15% left of Palantir. Nothing taken out below where we've gone in. But so far, so good. Those outs were like 15s, 12s, things like that. NVIDIA, though. Look at that. Sometimes it's where you get out that winds up saving you. And so far, so good on NVIDIA. We talked our way out of this one. So that, to me, man, that's the thumbs up there. I actually feel better about my outs than I do about my ins.
And that's what it's all about, for sure. Look, I'm looking at 125. I've moved my stop on NVIDIA. If we lose that by 10 cents-ish, I don't like those even dollars, then we're going to be able to get out of that one. But a holo was the next play for me. Wanted to see a close, breaking trend. But
breakdown. Okay, here we go.
So went short 205, inside the range to 190, and then we're looking for a pullback to the level that it held in the pre-market where we broke out from. That's like $1.75 into $1.80 here on HOLO. The stock is right above that local high here on HOLO. It tries to come back into the downside. But if we are ready, then if you're a skilled trader but lacking capital, then prop firms offer you the opportunity to trade with simulated funds.
Got my first trade in on the drop of the VWAP.
Account sizes
7% on that trade.
Can start with as little as $20, and that's what prop firm match brings.
On the break of that VWAP.
Over 500 prop firms out there. Question is, how do you find out which are going to be the best?
On the break of the VWAP, which I always talk about the bounce off the VWAP or the break of the VWAP. A clear break of the VWAP, jumped in, took that, took it all the way down to about right here, and jumped out with 7%. Should have held, but all this wishy-washy, I just ain't trusted. I should have held it, but I didn't. Low today is 123.64. 123.64 on NVIDIA. That's the low of the day. A good call right there on the break of the VWAP. Usually it don't take me this long to, to hit a trade, but I got up late, right? So then when I woke up and got to the office, I didn't look at nothing, And when I got here, I seen this. Wow, I wasn't expecting this big of a drop, so automatically knew something happened. And China's DeepSeek crashes the market. That's what happened.
Never looking to short. NVIDIA was actually looking at AMD, and AMD holding VWAP. So all of a sudden, AMD showing some signs of strength. But what I like about this, and why I'm still looking for the short, is 118 has a brick wall on it on advanced micro devices. So that gives an obvious level that if we cannot bust this out in the next little bit here, you get like a tight stop shorting the 118 level on advanced micro devices. It's not that bad of a day for them, 4.5% compared to NVIDIA. But if you can't break the high, it's kind of hard to fly. Let's go.
Really great For these heavily shorted names, you're definitely on watch. Krispy Kreme.
You might, stock sniper. What China got to do with NVIDIA? Well, NVIDIA is a Chinese-owned, stock, basically. So that DeepSeek news crashed NVIDIA. So that's what we're gonna do right now. See what DeepSeek is. DeepSeek.
Yeah, we're going to get back. Please type it. Palantir just went like
it's a Chinese app.
Upside without even really that much volume, and then a quick little fall back, getting right into this level one more time. So I'm going to try
right.
Okay. Well, we tried to pick up something there on Palantir at the bottom. I'm going to give it to that bottom leg just to see what's going on there. So if we can get some more shares, we'll take that on Palantir and put our stop at 75, 79. Or so to make sure that we're able to get out of that for Palantir. So far so good on that one. We'll just wait to see if it does trigger back. I do want to get back to NVIDIA, so we took a small piece there.
Because with Trump announcing that
so there's the break back.
That partnership we seen last week with the 500 billion, those companies partnered, with America. So America is really in competition with China to be top notch with AI, the leader in AI technology. Well, DeepSeek is a startup, an AI startup company in China, and it's trying to match and develop cheaper prices for AI technology. So basically, which I don't think that's really all that bad. That's just the competition is stepping up, right? America want to be the leader in AI. China is countering. China want to be the leader in AI. And they say, okay, we got something coming out and we're going to offer cheaper prices than ChatGPT and OpenAI. We're going to offer cheaper prices, cheaper monthly prices. Because these things like ChatGPT has, a monthly subscription, right? It has a free version and a monthly subscription. And you can use ChatGPT for whatever, you want to do. So this DeepSeek, which is an app, I guess is China's version of ChatGPT. And they're going to offer cheaper prices, which is good. That's the reason why I switched from StreamYard to Restream, cheaper prices.
And then guys, like all these out 25s.
That's why.
45s, 40s. Like,
this
is the risk to reward kind of ratio that you're looking for as a trader, obviously. And then there you go here. There goes NVIDIA blasting to the upside. So we do buy the dips. We did talk about that. So now you got to reap the reward.
Go back over here.
Sit there and hope that something happens. You got to make something happen in this world.
Because I think I'm going to buy this dip on NVIDIA.
Stocks as Palantir back up to the upside, NVIDIA back up to the upside. Today we traded Apple flat, Palantir up nice. And
let me see. Think I'm gonna buy this dip on NVIDIA. I was hoping that we get back down to here. That's what I'm gonna wait to see if we're gonna get down to here, 124. I'm gonna buy the dip to the upside, depending on what happens when we get down here to support.
I think that they're going to, blow over. I think, anyways, we can see. So we'll wait to see. All right, so NVIDIA does pull back down in there a little bit. Remember where we're getting out?
I hear on Money Monday.
Worth of risk, right? You're going to get out roughly about 30 cents worth if it breaks through 50. So I'm going to get another piece out right now in the 90s. If we're able to, in the low 70s, high 80s, now low 90s into NVIDIA. Get another piece out here as we just sit back. There it is, and watch. Hopefully, this market settle down at some points. Hopefully, into the volatility.
I don't know if we want it to settle down. I think in some sense you'd like it to settle down for the long term, but then these are opportunities to buy in the long term. So yeah, obviously I don't have much to say to that super chat that I can even. What am I supposed to say? They're reason to stop on fourth down. It's literally just factually correct. And Darwin, I too am sorry about Dalton's game.
Heck was that?
But quick little look, trend in, trend out.
That was weird.
Against the way
I don't know if y'all heard that noise, but
when you're trying to break the trend out,
weird noise just happened.
Now since VWAP, if we break trend, it only got down.
Let's see. This is a good time to see if we got any comments. Just one.
Get out of that $2 level. SoFi just broke in the trend line.
Okay, we bouncing off 124.50.
To play back into these lows. Keep in mind, SoFi is short sell restricted. So that's the reality. Like any bounce, like if I see on the tape, like
Trying to see what the next candle gonna do.
Chasing it down,
Are we gonna crack?
It releases. Whenever that happens, you look to take some profit out because it's an SSR name. But I want to play it into this 1560 bottom. By that's what we can see now. This 15.6 bottom. So you got support here into 75, and then again into 1560 to 1565 here on SoFi. It wasn't that bad of a report, but it's not exactly screaming back to the upside yet.
I'm still trying to watch out for SoFi here. I'm still trying to watch out for nvda. Let's just look at something else. You mentioned ASML. I mean, obviously it's going to be a much bigger name to the spreads and all that kind of stuff. But this also got into a real nice level there today to possibly buy something in ASML. I also wanted to look.
We're starting to get into long-term
that maybe already reported
buying opportunity on nvda.
Netflix, and then just come over here.
Starting to get into those long-term buying areas.
Netflix right there, but 976 upside for nvda. For Netflix as a
115.
Wants to break a little bit higher up right now.
Yeah, we're starting to get into these long-term buying areas on nvda. Exactly what it's looking like.
It's doing a little bit, settling at the 50 period, moving out.
Yeah, that's what you got to do long-term. Just keep buying on wholesale. Have some money in your brokerage account. Find your buying areas. Good deal buy like this. I mean, you don't have to be a chart reader to understand that. Big sell-off, you know you're holding it 20 years or more, or 15 or 10 or whatever, or 5. Good buying areas right here as we get below the 124. We break that 124. 123 is next resistance. Bro.
Let's just play against this. Offer out now at 41s. On Palantir, did we not get that? All right, punch a little bit lower there.
Look at nvda, bro.
Now on Palantir, wait to 41. Maybe we get that, maybe we don't. But the market is trying to get back just a little bit now. So all right, that's
that deep. Well, that DeepSeek news was not good for nvda.
I'm trying to chase this long.
On the day.
Way back in the days when we went.
I'm not saying long term.
Changing now though, man. The market is definitely.
But if you haven't bought any shares in nvda at all, this is basically a wholesale. If you have no shares of nvda, would you rather buy it at 150 or would you rather buy it at 120? Or better yet, would you rather buy it at 100? Would you rather buy it at 100?
That low, AMD broke trend as well. So this is throw that in there. It broke trend all the way here at 117.25, and now
would you rather buy it?
We're gonna pick it up and then give it back into that quarter.
Would you rather buy it at 112, 110, 100? Especially if you don't have any shares. I would be looking at it as a great buying opportunity to buy my first share of nvda, or Tesla, or any one of these companies that we know, like, and trust. Let's see. What did Apple do this morning? Apple popped. Okay. While the other companies dumped on that news, Apple popped. Apple popped.
Bitcoin. So when do we get that AMD? I'm sitting on the offer.
So the question is,
I just had to wait for it. Like I wasn't really willing to chase
why
it.
did Apple pop
Gonna do some kind of a curl, maybe even a mean reversion, and break
and the rest of these companies
on iBit. Let's go to Adara because that's the only way we're gonna
are
get
dumping?
small cap, free cap. Well, I guess so far.
That's something good to look at as NVIDIA crumbles.
Pretty interesting spellcast to talk about today. IWM will take a look at because this is really fascinating. We have this gap down, of course, with the whole market, but look at rebounds. We basically bounced here.
As NVIDIA crumbles.
23rd, so Thursday. Great look here on the 226 half level. We get to 229.60s, Friday's resistance before selling back off. So IWM here, some of these technical levels are certainly, looks like they're going to be coming into play today. So that is the Russell 2000. But what about the small caps? We have quite a few worth talking about, so we'll discuss all of them here. nvda, this is quite a topic tail candle, but basically this officially ran on Friday, gap down today, then tried to make a bit of a comeback, basically running on Friday after announcing the degree case, NASDAQ compliance in terms of big listing price environment. Then we have JD, this ticker may be familiar with you from earlier today, because JD or Webull is
Can it break 123?
I guess simply played announcing here alongside HOLO and Front Hologram. Both these companies here announced they did have seek integration. So keep an eye on these small caps that are seek related. Two others to mention here. One of them is ETNV. Company's name is 89 Bio. I couldn't find any catalyst for 89 Bio, but it's near days highs. It's worth noting they do have about 11.5% support. One other heavily shorted name today, a stock, ASAN, not really a small cap, but a $3 billion market cap. Worth noting because we have this nice push up. We're up about 12%, zero catalyst, and a 14% short flow for ASAN, guys.
That's kind of squeezing a little bit on the sauna. I always would love to see something like that. Okay, here's some UOP play in IVIT. I mean, that's Bitcoin, obviously. 57.5 just managed to hold. So there was some support here at 57 with the mid 30s at that third level. And we just bounced off it one more time here on Bitcoin. That's about 101, everybody. So if you're trading spot Bitcoin prices, that's where you got to look off of. So we'll
At 123.05. Can we break that 123.05?
We're going to get some out on the way to the highs. Respect what the market is trying to do here, which is bounce off of, let's go with the NASDAQ here because we follow the NASDAQ, which is bounce off of where we broke out from, actually well in front of it. So if we don't get back on 21.2 on the NASDAQ, then I think you're looking pretty good for some bounce play to the long side. Although SoFi, I don't short SoFi, but SoFi had earnings today. I don't necessarily think it has to follow the market. It's just going to do its own thing. Since the trend reversed, it's the first time I got the bid here in front of 15. I'm short at 99s. I just got the first bid here at 91. I have offers, or sorry, bids in front of 85. And then down here, like
123.05. We know that that's.
All right, yeah. I like SoFi at 15. I actually missed that. So I'll have to go back.
Support.
It's a little bit longer.
I got a little bit lower just in case we break this 123.05. We can actually see it.
23, right there, we watched it. It did wind up holding. So I did buy some back here into the 30s, and it just ripped up, man. We got 60s, 70s, 80s. So we went 1-to-1. Obviously, if we wind up losing on this one, then again, pretty good. Like, we got 38, so we'll lose a little bit on this if it does wind up going to the downside. But at the end of the day, I think it's worth it. We've been scalping out a little bit here. So much volume, man. 210 million shares right now on NVIDIA. What's up with there?
DOCN. This company is called Digital Ocean. They put a 9% short float. Basically, this one also trading higher, which generally we did have this on Friday with a $45 price target, the buy rating from Citigroup. However, it looks like this could be another sympathy play. Basically, apparently the CEO around 15 minutes ago on XIC posted that you could run the DeepSeek R1 model on the company's GPUs here, Digital Ocean. So looks like Digital Ocean apparently announcing this DeepSeek integration. Though again, I'm not seeing any one more announcement of this on Benzinga. Only look at companies.
That DeepSeek bar.
Well, I mean, I'm getting out more NVIDIA here, because obviously that's going to be not the great sign, but it's just only 20 cents in the money. So I'm going to now hold. I have half left on this trade. see if we can moon out a little bit.
More people partnering with the other app,
But when those
with that DeepSeek app crap.
Trying out DeepSeek, and it's actually just as good as the others, if that is the case.
They say DeepSeek is just as good as other, and it's going to be a cheaper price.
So, for now, anyways.
China strikes back.
So we can bump that, but for right now, a nice upside move here. You know, off of 123, but other than that, it is getting killed. Down 14% soon here on nvda. We say
all right.
Well.
Can we break that 123.05?
I guess we will eventually.
That's what we're looking for.
Now it looks like you are getting some. You know,
will we break that 123.05?
Good call. It's like sort of like shoot first, ask questions later. I think that's what you had a huge move back up where people were like, "Nah, we don't believe it," and then it was like, "Oh yeah, well, you know, we'll take that little bump up, I guess, and see it and bring it right back."
I took that. I got in a little bit too late. That's another 3%. I got in too late. It was too much wishy-washy. I wanted the 123. I wanted this break right here. I really put it in the wrong spot so I could see the actual 123.05. Just too much wishy-washy. I got in too late, right? I chased the downside. And that one was the 3%. As I think we're going to get the 123 break, but I can't go on hopes, wishes, and prayers. So I got in too late. That was a trade I was not supposed to have taken, right? Because we're going to have a bounce sooner or later. And look, I'm glad I got out when I did. I was looking for the 123 crack, but it did not happen. And I just got out. It would have been nice. Off that 123 crack.
Looking good for sure. Meta is green.
Let me see.
Wow. Meta is on absolute tear. Did not notice it. We like Apple today, obviously nvda and Bitcoin and SoFi. Polo was just a reaction because the stock had some noise.
Let me go to an hour.
Wow. Meta almost green on the session. Not green yet, but it is going to go green. This is why you buy this.
Go back. We'll see when the last time we've been at this type of area. When the last time we've been at this area.
This has been
man, we ain't been back. We haven't been this low since October.
But this is even a better trade because now we're long off one.
Yeah, we haven't been this low in a couple of months.
Yes, sir. And now we are higher than we were when we had our heart attack earlier on. So there it goes, man. Nice day. It's 10:30 now. Not often am I at the same levels at 10:30 that I'm at like 9:40 recently. We've been making some big plays with some decent sized shares early, but here we go, man. We make it all back, and we're at the highest spot. Now we've been at on not only the
123.05
trading goes here today, and that is despite us. We're green on the name, but it's another fail. Right there, so it goes in and out at 76.
We haven't been this low in a while. Since October, November, December. We haven't been this low in 3 months, y'all. Let me look. Let me see. Let me look at the monthly. 1 month, yeah. We haven't been this low.
And then we started to dump out once we started giving it up, able to get out there at 126 break, which allowed us to really just to reload it and put them all on all over again downside now. So we did some more out there at 124 and getting less and less. Remember, our stock.
Yeah, we ain't been this low since this area right here. Since
now we're averaging 6 weeks. So again, 25 cents worth of it.
we ain't been this low since October.
I still do like pound here, everybody in the chat, but at the same time, there's only so much I can do.
Since October.
NVIDIA's really with the bell of the ball here. We'll go flat on Apple, flat on pounds here, and up my whole day on NVIDIA. So that's what it is. We're going trading 3 names. I feel like it's kind of the way it's supposed to be.
Since right here.
Me and Neil, I mean, I sort of talked about that earlier, but I think Google was down.
Since October.
Yeah, no, but it was just more the fact that, like, I think the safe names are the ones that were maybe.
And we broke. Look what we've been broke. We done broke 124 now.
You know, and that maybe
we haven't been this low since October. Wow.
Before Amazon I was talking about earlier. Remember, I used that example. I said you take get long at
and people are steady
look at the chart. You're gonna think that
partnering with this deep seek. People are steady partnering with deep seek. So China strikes back. Well, not strike. China comes back with their own partnership, basically. Okay, America, you want to be the leader? We coming back. We coming back with our own.
It's not going to break an all-time high, so that's the problem. 650 here on Meta. It is now solidly green. You can't.
We've been live 1 hour.
Can't dip by everything.
Woke up with news.
I don't know, like in absolute utter hindsight, it's like why
Last week,
look, I said it's my personal account. I just put an order.
Last week we had the big news with America's AI partnership. Well, this week, Monday, we wake up and DeepSeek, which is owned by China, comes with its own partnership and offer cheaper prices with a DeepSeek app.
Compared to everything else that we see, look at that bounce already in Meta. By the time we got to like when we came live,
It's a new app. It's a new AI app called DeepSeek.
This was admittedly I didn't look at this chart this morning. That's this opportunity because it was showing you a lot of strength. Then some good dip buys here off the open. There's a trend break, which I'm a huge fan of. There's a trend break, and then right off of those lows, you could have been long in here, giving it to these prior bar highs, trying to work at higher lows all the way through. So probably gonna dip on anything that Meta really stands out. Let's go to the desk. Give us
Right.
Much like the rest of the market, we had the crypto here as a move lower, and now a bit of a bounce. We have Bitcoin here around that 101 pounds area. Take a look at Ethereum, which was at its lowest here, touching
2 trades so far.
We are at that 31.30 area, so definitely going to recover here for ET and BTC.
A 7% and a 3% for a total of 10%.
Overall market price, which I think, of course, would lead people to be a little bit risk off for crypto.
On this downside news.
The fact that we do the Fed meeting on Wednesday, but the other thing I'm seeing is that some people feel that what we had basically with the crypto executive order was actually priced in by the market. So we saw sign the order, we had the pop up with order was signed.
124.35. We are above the EMAs. Looking to go for the upside. 123.05. That was the bottom area.
5% XRP, which was last week's big star, down about 5%. Additionally, here, most of these names down at least 2-3%. So pretty something.
Been live exactly 1 hour. Exactly 1 hour.
I just saw in the chat, like we were talking about Meta, I saw a bunch of people saying, "You think Meta's bounce is good? Why would you look at Snowflake?" Yeah, that is distinctly different here on Snow.
There we go. Resistance right here at 124.50.
When you get a relief rally like this, sometimes there's no deep explanation as to why one goes more than the other. I look at that 50 period, I'm just sort of smiling. Snowflake looking very, very good, but it's not. Look, if you know calculate on the Nasdaq now, of course, that is not way before, but it's not like it's
124.50.
How many charts are going to look pretty much exactly the same? You've got what are you doing for me lately? I think that matters. If you're holding higher lows, if you're on trend and above VWAP, great. I just think you want to be a little bit more cautious with anything. Like anything that's failed under VWAP is. I'm not as much of a fan of. That's why I haven't gone back over to NVIDIA. Like I look over here at Palantir, which is doing a pretty good job of holding the high end of the range. And then I come back over to
They go to pop.
Which is still sort of holding the bottom end, putting in slower highs.
Nice small pop above that resistance.
But yeah, Snowflake.
I didn't put a red line right here because I didn't want to just go do it again. But this line right here lets me know that it's resistance. This where this arrow is. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go and do it. Boom. That's right at resistance right there. right at resistance.
Also up about 1%. So these cybersecurity tickers.
Nice bottom out bounce at 123.
Could not find any catalyst. The one thing with Snowflake is currently they announced for the
We're trying to get over.
They also announced their earnings date, but nothing super significant to explain this
area right here. It is currently 9:34 a.m.
Like just absolutely
on Monday.
Now, shout out to everybody back there. I see Obi's also trading NVIDIA, so we go bang to real traders as we like right now with NVIDIA. Again, 230 million shares. Look where it came down to. It came right into buy zone of 123. I mean, we talked about it before. It was like if it gets to 121, so it's kind of like, yeah, we got pretty low there on NVIDIA. Not to think that it's going to bounce back over and over and over again. It's amazing that NVIDIA can be down 13% today, and it is number one stock, like not even close. I haven't shorted anything today. Well, I did short Apple, which didn't work out. Oh my gosh. Okay, Daryl and everybody else right now. Look at the NASDAQ. I just explained it to our lawyer what was going on out here. He's like, okay. But there it goes. Nice move to the upside. He was asking about sleep. But there it goes. Nice move now up to the upside as the NASDAQ is giving. NASDAQ goes down almost.
As we know.
And overnight, last night, I was watching it. I was on Twitter.
Resistance holds up its new support.
Looks at some of the names that were out there.
Well, right as I changed it, it cracks it.
Feel bad, but look what Apple's doing today ahead of earnings.
Which I'm at to change it back to resistance.
I mean, there it goes straight up to the upside.
And move the resistance up to here. That is resistance now. We're up under the VWAP.
Oh, my order from Costco.
That's
good. I got Greens Energy. So I every morning
starting to head more down.
Oh, okay.
We're starting to head more down to the downside. I'm gonna tap it up right there. Boom. Starting to head more down.
You actually should have 25. Wow.
So we got that downtrend right at the VWAP.
60 minutes to 90 minutes after you wake up, and then
I will be looking for another entry right here. Right here.
Or at least so I read.
120, 125.50. If we can get back up to there.
We just double tap.
I will be looking for another entry right there.
No, just what I'm saying. We just double tap the same lower high here on Ivan. So if we're not, if the market
depending on how the candle's looking on this rejection.
Which would be underneath 57.
But I'm looking for something right here.
And I'll jump out and wait for VWAP again here on Ivan. Oh, look,
yeah, I'm waiting on VWAP. Or the crack of this 123.05. Other than that, I'm chilling.
Just to scalp it into this one. Now let's go to it.
That was brought to you by eSignal. Traders, listen up. First month, free. That's right, we're waiting. Trade smarter, not harder. Upgrade to Elite and one.
Let's see what's gonna happen.
Our platform, it's everything. Infinite data.
We had a good, nice move right here, which I did get to catch some of it. Even though I was late to that party, I just, roll with the momentum and jump down with it, which I don't recommend. If you do roll with the momentum, you got to have a tight stop loss because it'll, reverse on you real quick. If you jump in and just roll with the momentum. But luckily, I was able to get something off of it because I was really looking for the 123.05 break, which I knew that was tight, tough support. But if it had broke that, I'd have got more than 3%. But once I got there, I was like, I ain't gonna give it that much longer. If it don't do what it do, I gotta take it. And that's what happened. More downside. Let's see. Will we test this 123.05 area again?
Extra energy, superfood. So it does have see increases energy, drink make provides antioxidants.
Trying to see. We're gonna test this 123.05 area again.
I actually just like the straight, like grass flavor, like whatever original flavor is. But it does have probiotics in it. Oh, helps in wound healing. So maybe
Let's see.
Right there. And supports liver function. Well, I don't really drink, but that would be a good idea.
124.
But okay, so that's what I got there. That's what pumped. That's what was vibrating down below. Okay, so Palantir 75. Someone said, what about Guap? And yeah, I mean, yes. So I missed that call there, unfortunately, down to $75. That was fantastic. Now you're up 50 cents. So great call out who that was. But again, like strong look at the NASDAQ. Let's go. Nice little move up there for Palantir. So boom. NASDAQ going, Palantir going. There we go. Nicely done to the upside. We talked about 21,000. I mean,
we're in the middle of that channel.
That 21,000, that comes screaming in there right at the open. We did dip the low and go slightly at it. Maybe we didn't even break it, but there it comes in there. We took it out, boom to the upside goes the futures, and there goes everything else with it. I mean, the Apple long was a great call. Obviously, there Neil had that one. The Palantir long paid for us, but didn't get going. And then nvda right now, as we get lighter and lighter into all of this. So 125 and change right now, staring us in the face on nvda as it doesn't want to get above the 50-period moving average. So more outs coming for me at 124.50 if we can. As nvda right now, still $1 in the money, but it was $2. You got to take some out when it gets a little egregious, and I think that's what happened there. Amazon might be a short as well. We talked about that, but Amazon is short. Oh, it's going to be going up so much.
That is 100% true, Artemis. I did have holding short at 205. Now, do I know that headline is going to come?
Amazon rocking and rolling.
At, what is this now, 1040? No.
Even though, let's see.
The second I heard that.
Bro, Amazon
I guess
rocking and rolling this morning.
Because it wicked this bottom in here at like a block 85, and then it just sort of tagged it again. When I heard that news, it was
Amazon rocking and rolling.
Obviously, it's not going to be at 205. It's going to be
Get back to nvda.
But there's still a little bit of room for this to get back to where it started on HOLO. They, for those not following.
Oh, that's what I love about this market. You can go up or down with it. You know what I'm saying? That was so good about it. I remember the first time I found that out. Boy, was ecstatic. I was, man, it blew my mind when I found out that you can go both ways on the market. When I found that out many years ago, that blew my mind.
So you are connected to DeepSeek, and that's the reason why you're up. Well, you're probably down, and then ride those back into those.
If the market is down, ride it down. When I found that out, I know it was a wrap. You see, most people don't know that. When people go start saying, "Oh, how's the stock market doing, Stock Sniper?" When people start telling me that lets me know automatically. I think, oh, it's doing excellent. It's doing great. How's it doing great and it's down? They let me know right there. That's why I got it. That's when I got an educator. And when I got to tell them that you can make money on the market if it's up or down. It's called shorts. It's called shorting the market. That's why I always say that's why I created this channel, to be honest with you. I want people to know that that's the stuff they don't teach us. That's the ancient Chinese secret. You got to be, well, not no more, but you used to. You had to be a part of the group to know the ancient Chinese secret. The ancient secret is the stock market. They don't teach us that, They don't. Some people don't know, which I don't think. Well, nowadays, I think, since the internet, a lot of people are more educated because of the internet. But there's still probably still some people that don't know that. But you can go up or down. There's some people that strictly just, of course, I mean, you buy, long term and you want your investment to go up. But as far as day trading, it's people that don't even buy longs. Longs is AKA the regular stock market way of buying, that you buy and then you want it to go up. You want the price of the company to go up. That's called a long. It's people that don't trade long. It's people that only trade shorts. That's the terminology, bears and bulls. The bears, they want the stock market to tank because they're always betting that it go down. They're always going against the market. And the longs, the bulls, they want it to go up, But as we know, the stock market naturally wants to go up, right? As we look at the S&P 500, the stock market, look, this is way since 1993, but the stock market naturally wants to go up, bro. It naturally wants to go up, naturally. Long term, the stock market naturally wants to go up as these companies that we know, like, and trust grow, right? You grow your stock portfolio with the company that you know, like, and trust. That's why I say all the time, if you got an Apple phone, why you don't have Apple stocks? We should have Apple stocks if we got an Apple phone, like, or Apple computer, like, or if we use Amazon or Microsoft or on YouTube. We on Google right now. Where's Google? Is it even on here? I know it's on here. Right here. Alphabet. I mean, we use the things that we use every single day. We should own these companies. We should be investors long term into these companies. Because guess what? Once these companies make great business decisions and do great business, guess what? They get wealthy. You get wealthy. This is how you go from poor to rich, from rich to wealthy. Look, Apple, no, Google, YouTube, we on right now. YouTube was $6 a share back in 2008. Now it's 200. This is how you go from poor to rich and from rich to wealthy. This how you do it right here. How you go from poor to rich. And then you go from rich to wealthy by what, Stock Sniper? By teaching your family, your kids, this same type of process. Look, y'all, look how you could go from nothing to something. This is they talk about coming up. That I want to come up. This is the definition of coming up right here. Yeah, that's the definition of coming up. That's coming up while you doing what? While you living your life, while you working your regular job, while you going to school if you're 20 years old, or whatever. This ain't nothing more beautiful than this. You know what's going on. You know that you're a part of the process, and you ain't even thinking about it. What are you doing? You're going on about your regular day. You cutting hair. You being a plumber. You working on cars. You working at the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You working at the whatever the case may be. You working at McDonald's, whatever the case may be. But then you know on the back end, this is working for you. Just look, 2019, $6 a share. We talking about YouTube, which we are on right now. Shout out to YouTube. I am a YouTube partner. We talking about YouTube, $6. If you are a YouTube partner, right? Meaning y'all, we, us, and YouTube, which is Google, we making money together. You should own Google shares. If Another thing,
because I was typing in
even, I mean, for instance, another example,
this stock
Amazon.
flat bottom break.
If you got a contract with Amazon, matter of fact, I am an Amazon partner. Just like I'm a Google partner, YouTube partner, I am also an Amazon partner. Why? It would be very intelligent not also be a partner, meaning me and Amazon and me and Google are doing business together. I am also an investor. See how it works? That's how it works.
Every single day that it puts in lower highs.
Okay, let me get back to NVIDIA.
So it doesn't break back above 58.
Let me get back to this day trading thing.
Short through the 40-cent level. And that is right, Jasper.
But yeah, man, another example, if you're a DoorDash and Uber Eats driver, you are a partner with the company. Why not own some shares of Google and not Google? Why not own shares of DoorDash and Uber? Why not?
Pretty strong on the day. Here it is off of the day. This is the daily chart. Not seeing any news on this, but about 90% full float. Talking about this earlier today, a lot of these heavily shorted names like ASAN, BNUT, BYNB have actually done quite well today. So RIBN doing nicely on the day.
Okay.
DXY here, we're going to take a look.
Nice little bounce right here.
Making lower highs, lower lows after making this top just above 110. That was going back to Monday, January 13th. So just 2 weeks later, we are now almost 3 points removed or below that level. So lots of weakness here. Today's a pretty light day for economic data. We did have stronger than expected net Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index, also stronger than expected home sales.
Yeah, I mean, I talk about this a lot because this type of stuff, I mean, they not teaching it in school. We have to learn that for ourselves and teach it down to the kids and teach people about it. You know, it's a long grind to go from nothing to something on a regular job. It's a cheat code. It's called the stock market and real estate. It goes hand in hand, but the stock market is the cheapest way to start building wealth. Then you add in other avenues. I'm not just, don't get it twisted. I'm not just ain't like I'm 100% stock market. I'm 100% stock market. That's not what I am. I'm 100% investor. But I also know numbers. The cheapest way to get into the stock, the cheapest way to start investing is in the stock market. That's the cheapest way. I just showed you. Google. I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna go back to my day trade mode. I just showed you Google. Google was $6. Google was $6 in 2008. That wasn't that long ago, y'all. $6. Google, YouTube was $6 at one time. And now it's 200. I'm gonna go to another one, which is my biggest mistake in the stock market. Where is it at? And I talk about it all the time because it's my biggest mistake. Look, this is even better. Look, Netflix, which is my biggest mistake, bro. This is my biggest mistake. I'm not gonna keep saying what it was. If you know, you know. But this was my biggest mistake. This is why I always say, don't sell your shares no matter what, bro. No matter what. I don't know what you got to do. If you got to put, well, if something happened, that's why it's very important to have an emergency fund. Very important. You know what I'm saying? Very, very important. Because if something happened, you have an emergency fund where you won't have to sell your shares. Look at 2010. Look at, this is a better example, bro. This is a better example. This is Netflix. Netflix was $4 in 2010. That wasn't that long ago. Look at it now.
It had been punished with a gap down, but
Netflix is $1,000 a share right now.
raking in the cash. So
You see right here. Even further. In 2003, Netflix was 34 cents. Netflix was 34 cents in 2003. 2003, Netflix was 34 cents. Now in 2025, it's $1,000 a share. Bro, 2017, 2016, 2015, right at $100 a share. 2014, 2012. This around the area I started buying. Right around this area, I started buying Netflix, which I didn't understand. You know, I didn't understand, and I didn't have the forecast of what Netflix, the possibilities of Netflix back then. Back in 2010, 2015, 2017, 2014, 2013, those areas. I think I started buying, if I remember correctly, right around, yes, I started buying Netflix right around 2012, 2013. Yes. Right around this area. I started dollar cost averaging in right around 2012, 2013. And I worked my way up to 100 shares. And I had to sell them. That's my biggest mistake. I wasn't supposed to say that again, but that was my biggest mistake. That's my biggest loss in the stock market. They want to talk about losses. That I consider that as a loss and a learning experience at the same time. Because if I'd have held on to those shares, if I'd had the vision of Netflix, I didn't have the vision of Netflix. So that part of my portfolio, I liked it. I'm gonna say this. I liked Netflix because that's the reason why I got in it was because I liked the fact that I could watch older movies. So I started buying Netflix back then. It was 2012, 2013, somewhere up in there. I started buying it back then. And I just was just buying a share here, share there. But I worked my way up to 100 shares. And my cost average was right around 100. And I started buying it right around, I think, $50 a share. And I just started dollar cost averaging in. And around 2017. Let me see. It was right around, I'm going to say exactly when I sold it. That hurricane, what's that hurricane name? Well, it was a hurricane that hit out here when it flooded everywhere. Hurricane, I can't think of the name of the hurricane. But I think it was right when Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor. Right around that time. And let me look. Harvey, right. Hurricane Harvey.
Like you just crushed that level and then just made a nice move up. Now you're starting to fade out a little bit here. So, okay, here comes nvda.
Let me see if I remember correctly. Was that? Yeah. 2017. Well, in 2017, I had to sell those shares. And I had 100 of them, right around 10. It was a little bit more than 100. And I had to sell them. And I had been dollar cost averaging in Netflix since around 2013, right around this area. No, right around here, around 50. And I started dollar cost averaging in. And by the time, right around Harvey, 2017, 2016, I was right at around 100 shares. And that was my biggest mistake. I had to take off of something because I had other shares, I had other stocks, I had other things too. But I liked Netflix. So when I made the decision to sell it, I was like, I looked at the whole portfolio. Well, some of them I could have sold, but I didn't. I didn't sell those because those were passed down, right? From my grandfather and them. So those was off the table. I wouldn't sell those out no matter what. But the ones that I was buying, that I had built, that I added on to the portfolio, I was like, which one that I really don't have high hopes in? And it was Netflix. It was Netflix. I liked it, and I didn't know it. Right? I didn't know it. I didn't know it. That's why I say, like, if you working, you know, and you working, and you buying shares on the side, you have to know, at least you got to pay attention to the earnings reports. You got to pay attention to the vision of the company. You got to pay attention to those. Well, back then, the internet wasn't advanced as it was, and I wasn't really paying attention to none of the letters or nothing anyway. You know, I wasn't really paying attention to it like that. So, and I was driving trucks at that time, so I would be gone all the time. I just know, okay, I need to buy this, I need to buy that, I need to buy that. But Netflix was still new, and I didn't have the vision of like streaming like it is right now. I didn't think that high of a level. Otherwise, I'd have just thugged it out, to be honest with you. But I sold them. Yeah. Now look, that is my biggest. I ain't even call it a loss. But yes, that's my biggest loss in the stock market. That's, in my opinion, that's the only way I ain't talking about day trading, but long-term investing. If you have a goal to hold it long-term, only way you can lose in this stock market, bro, if you sell your shares before you're supposed to. Especially if you're in the companies that you know, like, and trust. You gotta not only like them, you know, but you gotta know. You gotta know you gotta listen to the earning calls when the CEOs go to talking about the vision of the company and what investments they're gonna make to grow the business, and what other avenues, what other streams of income that they're gonna bring, what other new products that they're gonna bring. I did not have a vision of Netflix streaming boxing or streaming NFL football games or even streaming, period. It was like replaying old movies. That's what Netflix was. Just replaying old movies. I didn't, especially Netflix making their own movies and putting them on at what it has become right now. I didn't, you know, I didn't think like that. And I wasn't paying attention to the earnings calls. So just think about it though. But now, since the internet has advanced like it has with AI and all these, you got YouTube, you got Twitter, you got Facebook, you know, where you can hear, and most of these CEOs are gonna put it, you know, whatever is coming up, they're gonna put it out. You know, it's easy to get information just by your phone. It's a lot easier, you know. So that right there was my biggest mistake. Selling, not having an emergency fund, right? Going basically whenever I get paid, I'm dumping it into, you know, the portfolio, right? That was my biggest mistake. So when something did happen, I had to pull out, you know what I'm saying? I had to go there and I had to pick which one I was going to pick. And that was the one I had. I knew it. I didn't know it. I liked Netflix. That's all. It's a 3-part process. And I'll say it all the time. You got to invest in the companies, and not only that you like, you got to know the company and you got to trust the vision long term. You can't just like it, right? You can't just like the Apple phone. You got to know the company's vision. You got to know You know, basically those type of things. You got to know what the earnings reports say. You got to know what other streams of income they bringing in, which these days with the internet so advanced, it's easy to find out those things. So let me go back to NVIDIA. But yeah, the main thing is the stock market is the cheapest, easiest way to build wealth. If like, well, some people say real estate. People say, you know, what other things. If you broke, you can't buy no real estate, bro. You know what I'm saying? The cheapest way is the stock market and the companies that we know, like the trust that we're using anyway, and then branch off to other things. As you know, because one thing about the stock market, it puts your mind, it changes your mind to be, because once you shift from being a customer to a business owner, that's one thing the stock market did for me. It switched my mindset from being a customer as to thinking always about spending to investing. I look at everything, it's just naturally in my subconscious mind. If somebody showed me something, I want to know, like, I want to know I want to know the other side. I don't look at it as the customer side. I want to know, shoot, how you get that? How do you get that connection to be able to do that? To be able to start that business, to be able to sell that phone or whatever. You know, like I'm gonna use this as an example. Like a guy came up to me the other day, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, old school? Like, what's up, man?" He say, which I see these guys going back and forth in Verizon. You know what I'm saying? I'm very observant. So I keep seeing this dude. We keep bringing people to Verizon. Different people every day. So in my mind, I'm like, what is this guy doing? What is this going on? So he sees me. Old school. You got a Verizon account?
Yeah, guys, we're gonna dive deep into this.
Me, I say, nah, you know, I don't have no Verizon account. You want to make a little bit of extra money? Well, what you talking about? He explains it to me a little bit. I'm not thinking about making a little extra money on that small level. I'm trying to think, what you got going on? You know what I'm saying? What you got going on? You know, I want to be on that side, the business side. Of course, that's not a business, but I'm just using that as an example. I want to know, instead of buying the burrito at the taco stand, I want to know, okay, how much you paid to buy this burrito, to make it? How much you pay for this taco truck, as an example. I'm always thinking of things on the business side. That's why I don't spend that much money. You're not finna, you know, don't get me wrong. If it's something that I need, yes. But my wants are, the older I get, the less I want. Because I start thinking, I'm not finna spend too much money with you because I'm a customer. I don't think like a customer. I'm not finna sit here and buy McDonald's every single day or every single week, as an example. I'm not finna go to Chick-fil-A all the time. I'm not finna order DoorDash every single lunch. I'm not doing it. DoorDash is not finna come up off of me. I am not a customer. I'm gonna think differently. I'm gonna say, well, dang, everybody buying Uber, everybody buying DoorDash. Maybe I should DoorDash deliver and make me some money on the side. I'm not gonna be spending all my money on Amazon. I see the Amazon guy come, drop off packages. I don't want to be the customer. I want to be the one that's making the money. Man, what can I do to give me an Amazon contract? All these people spending money like that? I need to be a partner. See, that's what buying shares, investing does to your mind. You don't think like a customer no more. You start thinking, well, man, if I'm paying for this burrito, if I'm paying $10 for this burrito, as an example, how much it costs them to make the burrito? It might cost them $1 to make that burrito. So then my mindset was, shit, I might as well buy me some groceries to make that burrito at home. I might as well make that hamburger at home. You're not finna pay $1 and I send it to me for 10. That's just the way I think, y'all. I'm not finna do that. I might love the burrito and everything, but I'm not finna buy that burrito no 3 times a week. I might buy it like right now. I'm a vegan. I don't go out to eat at vegan restaurants. I eat at home. But guess what? Like if I want brisket, you know, because I do that ever so often, I'll go do and buy something in. But I'm not finna go to no restaurant all the time. I'm not finna go to Jack in the Box all the time. I'm not doing it. You're not finna come up off of me. I will invest in Jack in the Box though. That I will do. I will invest, buy shares in McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. I will do that. But nah, I'm not finna. That's just me. I think and that's what investing into the stock market, that's what it do. It gets you out of that consumer mindset and puts you into a business mindset. If I buy an Apple phone, I'm not buying it because I like the phone. I'm buying the Apple shares. Once I know the new Apple phone come out, I want to know how many people bought it. I want to know how many people bought it, how much it's selling for. My mind automatically transfers into business mind, not a consumer. I don't want to know how the phone operates. You know, how it operated from a customer perspective. I don't want to know that. I want to know how many Apple phones sold. I'm going to ride before Apple's earnings come out. I'm going to ride by my nearest Apple and I'm going to see how many people off up in there. I'm going to see what the number of the phone that they buy, what they buy. I want to know what new things they put in the phone, what upgrades they have done to the phone, and I want to know if the customers like it and how many people bought the phone. That's all I want to know. And when earnings report come out, how many sold? That's all I want to know. How much money we made? That's all I want to know. Yeah, that's the mindset you got to have. I don't need an Apple phone. I don't need an Apple computer. I go for the things that I want, not need. Once we practice that, all you gotta do is ask a simple question. Before you spend your money, do I need this or do I want it? I want it. I don't. Nah. If I want it, maybe I shouldn't get it. I need to focus more on the things that I need. I think I messed it up previous sentence, but I need to focus on things that I need, not want. That I need. All it takes is make a decision before you spend your money. Do I really need this, or do I just want it? Do I want this Whataburger with cheese? Do I need it or do I want it? Nah. It's not a need, is it? Nope. Sorry, ma'am. I cancel my order and walk out the store. And maybe you should go to the grocery store and buy your own stuff. The same amount of money you're spending on that double meat Whataburger with cheese, you can make hamburgers that last 3-4 days. All you gotta do is go buy the meat, the bread, cheese, whatever, and just cook it. And you can, instead of just having one hamburger, I don't know how much ground meat is because I don't eat meat, but I'm quite sure you can buy a family pack, you can buy the buns, and probably eat hamburgers at least all day, at least 3 days. You can have eat lunch and dinner hamburger instead of just buying one, and then buy you some fries. Buy you some fries and eat off them fries all week. $10 will last you all week. That same $10. Especially with the prices of those burgers now. That stuff too high, bro. Ain't no way. I love my brisket sandwich, don't get me wrong. I love it. $15 for one brisket sandwich. Nah. I think instead of just buying the sandwich, I think I buy half a pound of brisket or a pound of brisket and then just take it home and use my own bread. Yeah, that's what I think I do. I use my own bread. The half a pound of brisket, get my own bread. I just want the meat. Give me a half a pound of brisket or a pound of brisket. Which, if you buy the brisket sandwich for $15, the half a pound of brisket is the same price, and you can make 3 sandwiches instead of just getting one. I'd rather do that. And then after I do that, I ain't gonna eat no more brisket for about 3 months. Like right now, y'all see me on Bourbon Street. I ate that shrimp po' boy. That was in November. It's about to be February. It's about to be February. That's the last time. It's about to be 3 months already. Yeah, I got it, man. What time is it? See, I get to run in my mouth on these live, bro, and be forgetting what I got going on. Look, we had another drop below the 123.05. Ooh, we had 120. Uh-oh. I've been talking too much. While I've been talking, nvidia's been dumping. Now the low of the day is 120, y'all. The low of the day is 120. The low of the day is 120. Man, well, that's my time, y'all. I've been on there a little bit too long. Appreciate you for joining. Appreciate you for hitting that like button. Appreciate you for rocking with the channel. 704 Wall Street is my block. Earn, spend less, and invest. It looks like we're going to get a good. It looks like we're going to get NVIDIA on the wholesale. I'm going to say this and I'm really gone. I'm going to say right now, look, if you don't have any shares of your favorite company, just look. Just Friday, NVIDIA was 150. But don't get it twisted. Even though I'm talking about NVIDIA, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You can go with the S&P 500, this version right here, and get all those companies that we know, like, and trust in this one ETF, SPYG, on the cheap side, which is $88. If you got enough money to buy the whole share of the S&P 500, that's the way to go. SPY or VOO. If you got enough money to buy the whole share, you know what I'm saying? It's right around 600. We had a big drop. I'm gonna use the overall S&P 500 as an example, not just NVIDIA. We had a big drop, right? We are in wholesale territory. You know what I'm saying? If you like NVIDIA, like I do, I'm looking for NVIDIA to get back down close to 100. I got 115 as a buy zone. I got another buy zone right there. Okay, we are in wholesale buying territory. You know what I'm saying? If you have 0 shares, this is a perfect time to start getting ready. Just buy 1 share of the. I would do this. If I could buy 2 shares of NVIDIA, I would buy 1 share of the S&P 500 right there, that SPYG, and I would buy 1 share of NVIDIA just to start off with. And I would start funding my trading account, my brokerage account. I will keep funding it, and I will keep funneling in between these two. Once I got enough money to buy the S&P 500 overall, I will go there, or I will go with VOO. You know, but if you want to stick with the SPYG, cool. I will go with SPYG, NVIDIA, right? And just keep going like that. Let's see, what did Walmart do? Walmart didn't see that news didn't even affect Walmart. What about Dollar General? It didn't affect them either. See, it's also good to put Walmart and Dollar General. Those are 2 good companies in there too. But you got to do your own research, your own study. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. But I know what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the 115 I'm waiting to get below 115. That's what I'm waiting on. My dollar cost average on my long term on nvidia is right around $88. My long term, I'm right at $88. My Webull thing, I'm right around 130, and I ain't bought no more. I've been sitting holding. Now I'm getting into my area of in between 115 and 100 again. I'm getting back down up in there. Add on to the position, you know. Add on to the position. That's what I'm waiting on. So with that being said, I gotta go. This is the Stock Sniper. Earn, spend less, and invest. 704 Wall Street is my block. I mean, it's a good time to start investing in these companies that we know, like, and trust. And if it dumps, don't even trip. As long as you know the company, you like the product, you know the CEO, you know the vision, right? Just hold, and then you got a vision of long-term investing, 15, 20 years, and just look at these drops as wholesale buying opportunities. Then once you look at it like that, then you won't be all nervous when you see it go down. It's a wholesale, right? It's a wholesale. That's the problem with a lot of new investors. Once they see red, you know, they get kind of scared. No, the companies that you know, like the stock market is supposed to go down. It's just like if you had a hamburger stand. Some days you're going to sell 50 hamburgers. Some days you're going to sell 10 hamburgers. Some days you might not sell any hamburgers. But guess what? It's a business. That's how business works. You have up days and you have down days. That's how business works. That's how it works. Someday your portfolio like if you got a nice hefty portfolio, some days your portfolio might be up 10%. Sometimes it might be your net worth might go down 10%. That's with anything. That's with houses. That's with anything. It fluctuates. It goes up and down because it's a business. It's a business. But as long as you have the right team in place, you have the right business model in place, you have the right marketing team in place, and another thing, you have the right products in place, and you adding to those products, you adding to the business. You have great leadership. You have a great team to push the company forward. Guess what? You can't do nothing but grow. That's why Apple is where it's at. That's why Tesla is where it's at. That's why Amazon, Google, who we on right now. That's why YouTube is what it is right now. Netflix. That's why they have great CEOs. They got a great team in place to run the company. And they have great investors. Because without the investors, the product can't be made. Tim Cook didn't put up the money to buy no Apple phone. All the stuff that they do is brought in by investors. People like you and I that buy the shares. And their job is they are the professionals. We are the investors. They are the professionals. And it's their job to let us know what's going on. And it's our job as business owners to do what? To know what's going on with your business. You are a silent business owner. You just finance the company and get your returns on the back end. You don't put in none of that hard work. That's what investing is. Unless you got a contract with the company, which is a great thing. Not only are you'll be an investor, you're a customer, and you got a contract with the company. So I'm gone right there. Appreciate y'all for watching me. This is the one and only Stock Sniper. You know, it's 2025 and beyond, man. Start getting in right now. Don't look up till it's time to vote again, which is 2029, I think. That's the first starting block. But if you're not used to thinking 10, 15 years, start thinking every 90 days, every year, every 2 years, every 4 years. We got a new sheriff in town. What can I do these 4 years? When I get ready to vote again for the president, where will I be? Where will my stock portfolio be? Where will my investments be? Could I make some good? Because we know that the stock market is the cheapest way to get into investing. Could I, within a year, can I build a stock portfolio, right? That I can say, well, okay, after next year, I can buy my first wholesale house. You know what I'm saying? I can buy my first wholesale house and invest in it and rent it out or flip it, whatever, you know. But the stock market is the cheapest way to get into investing. So let's see what nvda doing right now. Oh, look, it's cracking. So I gotta go. I love and I appreciate y'all. This is the one and only Stock Sniper. Hope I put some on your mind, right? Hope I put some on your mind, because that's the goal of this channel. The goal of this channel is just to put it in your mind. I just want to plant it in there. Once I plant it, it's up to you to go check it out. It's up to you to go. I'm just planting the seed. That's it. All I'm doing is leading you to the water. It's up to you if you're going to drink it or not. That's all my job is to present it. Lead you to the water. It's up to you if you want to change the trajectory of your family. And if your family is already straight, it's up to you if you want to help out your homeboys to change the trajectory of their family. It's up to you to at least plant the seed. And it's up to them to put the work in. So with that being said, this is the one and only Stock Sniper. That's my time. Love and I appreciate y'all. To the next one, I'm out. With all that being said, I'm out. Having traded around